Hello, and welcome to the University of Law. In today's video, I'm reviewing this Doctor Who New Frontiers. If you are a Fourth Doctor and Leela fan, you're in luck in March this year because we got 2 box sets starring that wonderful combination. But there's a difference with New Frontiers because we've got Margaret, as played by Neris Hughes, who made an appearance in his solo box sets last year, and now we've got the character back as a full-time companion. A little bit later in his lifetime, he's gone back to find Margaret. So as always, I'm going to talk you through the stories and unbox as I go. So we've got the front cover here, we've got Ice Warriors on the front. We've got our little logo on the side, we've got TARDIS here. And as I keep saying, I'm loving these. This lettering, this layout on the edge there. On the back, we've got the box set. We're in Series 12 now, the Fourth Doctor Adventures. This is the first volume. It's called New Frontiers. We've got our blurb, and we've got the 2 stories listed as Ice Heist by Guy Adams. I love Guy Adams' writing, and Antilia the Lost by Phil Moran. I love that writer. I remember Guy Adams, I must have first become aware of his writing when I was really blown away by his work on the River Song box sets. And around the same time, I was really blown away with Phil Moran's work on the War Doctor sets with John Hurt. So great to see them, and obviously directed by the wonderful Nick Briggs. So what's great about these Fourth Doctor box sets currently, as with the Ninth Doctor box sets, is that they still come like this, with stories getting their own individual case, both of which are double discers. So we'll start with Ice Heist, which is the first story in the set, if I can get it open. So on the reversible cover, we have got Ice Heist in the Fourth Doctor logo, not too dissimilar from our Diamond logo. And inside we've got pictures of the cast in there. And then if I open up, how is this working? Is it this way? Looks like it. We've got an advert for Margaret's last appearance in the solo box set. There's 2 discs. We've got parts 3 and 4 on the second disc. Parts 1 and 2 there on disc 1. So I enjoyed this story. I really like the opening with Nick Briggs's cameo as a village vicar. It introduced Margaret really well. It's kind of shown the gap that the Doctor's left in her life. A little bit like Donna Noble, really, when we first saw her in Partners in Crime after. The Doctor's made an impact in her life on that one-off appearance. It just goes to show the amount of people who could have been companions and the Doctor leaves behind. And there was potential there, and he kind of leaves a gap in their life that's never quite replaced. And sometimes, just sometimes, he comes back. I like the concept of showing Margaret her future. I couldn't remember much about her first appearance. I'm not sure whether they mentioned her being an artist or not in the first story, but certainly that's a big thing in this episode. I love the heist idea. There's some good twists. It definitely has the feeling of a Peter Capaldi, Stephen Moffat kind of story, like Time Heist. And I wonder if it was written around that era still. It's a great a great Guy Adams script, as always. And the Ice Warriors here definitely feel like the ilk of the Ice Warriors we saw in the mid-70s with the John Pertwee Peladon stories, more likely the Monster Peladon. But I'm probably thinking about them more because I've been watching the Season 9 Blu-ray box set recently. But yeah, no, the setting was a fun setting, and it certainly felt like, obviously the Ice Warriors have very much had most of their appearances in things like comic strips and novels, especially in the 90s onwards, and it certainly felt like that kind of a setting, and the Ice Warriors certainly leapt off as having that kind of feel to them. And obviously wonderfully, they felt more 20th century Ice Warriors, but with the wonderful addition of the Empress that we've seen on television with Peter Capaldi. So that's that first story. And then continuing the links to the Capaldi era, we have got more the 21st century run of Doctor Who. We've got Anjali Mahindra, who has been obviously most prominently was Rani in the Tokyo Adventures, and has got her own box set recently. But she's also been in the Jodie Whittaker era as a villain as well. So this one's called Antilia the Lost. This was a really fun sort of story. Here's the little booklet. So I'm just going to get that open. Here we are, picture of the cast and crew. Yeah, now what was really fun about it was it kind of had that adventure element to it. Similar, as I said, to the Guy Adams story previously. It had an energy to it. It felt like it could have been a Doctor Who magazine comic strip from the Tom Baker era. It had that sort of the holiday of a sort of missing planet out of time and space, and yeah, just some really just fun, larger than life Doctor Who really. And it did. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but what I thought it was going to be wasn't what it was, and that was good. It was quite original and quite fun and quite out there. I did enjoy it. Here's an advert for the 9. So yeah, I couldn't pick a favourite. I really did enjoy both of them. I think on first listen I enjoyed this one more, but looking back, I think they were both just solid stories. I think I enjoyed whatever it was I was listening to at the time. I look forward to what they've got planned next for this 12th run of 4th Doctor stories. But what did you think? What are your thoughts on this latest box set? What are you looking forward to out of the next set, which looks like it's going to see the final appearance of Margaret? Do let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.